The Anteaters went 32-7 last year. Wasn't enough to go to the NCAA tournament, which I'm still pissed off about, to be honest. But having said that, Russ, I don't know where you stand. I think I know where you stand on this. I don't necessarily want the tournament to expand. Okay, I don't necessarily want it to expand. I just want mid-major programs to get more respect from the committee. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd love for mid-majors to get more respect, and if there is going to be an expansion, there should be an expansion with a cutout for schools like ours.
Yes.
Not just an expansion of mediocre Power Four teams. I hope that the discussion will move in that direction because it doesn't seem like it's gone that way to this point. But those things are out of our control, I believe.
Russ, what would you do? I'm sure you've thought about it. For me, it's having some sort of play in with the last four like mids against the last four highs, something like that. Have you thought of some scenario that you think would work?
No, because nobody wants my idea anyway. I think I'm reasonable enough to know that. I just hope that the tournament gets preserved for what makes it so special, and that's teams like ours in 19 that were a special group that were able to beat the Big 12 champs in the first round. Those are the most memorable games of the tournament. And so if mid-majors somehow get squeezed into only the play-in type games, that will be a huge disappointment, I think, for all of us at the mid-major level and a lot of the fans of the March Madness tournament. So in my mind, that would be a big mistake for anybody to allow that.
Well, for people that don't know about UC Irvine basketball, there's two things they should always know. Absolutely dominant in the rebounding area and one of the best defensive teams in the country. And I've known you a long time. You're about championships, and you've won, I think, 7 of the last 12 Big West championships in the regular season. Been to the NIT game the last 3 years. But I'm wondering, you had a senior-laden group last year. You advanced to the NIT title game. I know it was a tough loss. You guys lost by 1 in overtime to Chattanooga. I mean, how much pride, though, does your program take in being a finalist in such a historic event like the NIT?
Yeah, it was a cool run. There's no question about that. We thought that we had a team that was worthy of a number 1 seed in the NIT. And to be able to say that is a little bit of a surprise. We didn't know that we would be in that position going into the year. We knew we had a team that was pretty good. UC San Diego had a historically good team too. So congrats to them for what they accomplished. My team, when we won the first game in the NIT, and when we're then looking at another couple of potential home games, I thought we had a chance to go on a run, and I give those veterans I have a lot of credit, man. They really they rose up and they left a mark here with their performance. You heard Jurian before say we played in April, man. We were there at the end, and I'm proud of the way that we finished, even though we came in second. Credit to UT Chattanooga for making a play more than we did, and I think we probably feel like we let a few things slip away that game, but they beat us, and our guys handled it with class. I think we represented this campus well, this university well, and so all that is really important in college basketball, and I'm proud of my guys.
All right, so you have Andre Henry back, a guy who got hurt, I think 9 or 10 games into the season last year, suffered a knee injury. First of all, how close is he? Is he 100%? Is he cleared for contact? Everything good? How's he looking? And obviously he was such an elite defender a couple of years ago. I assume you're hoping he picks up right where he left off.
Yeah. His is a great story. 6th year here. Difficult to imagine that the team we had last year, as good as it was, would have been much better if Andre had not been injured, and also had we not had season-ending injuries to Langston Redfield and Akiva McBurney Griffin. But to answer your question, Andre's not cleared today. I think that he's going to be tested again, I believe, on Friday, and there's some good chance that he'll be fully cleared then. And that's what we're expecting to happen. If that happens, he could be available for our regular season opener. I know that's what he's badly hoping to accomplish. we want to make sure he's right because we know that he's going to keep getting better. He's attacked his improvement as I would expect for a guy in his 6th year, one of the most committed guys we've ever had here.
Coach, let's talk about the transfer portal for just a minute. I feel like your retention has been better than most over the years. Matter of fact, you had a good player, Darren Saran, a couple years ago for you, who he left to go to Stanford, came back. I think as a freshman he was 10 points a game, 3 or 4 boards, something like that. He actually came back, which I think is great. What improvements have you seen in his game since he's been back, and do you think he'll be a big part of the Anteater success this year?
Yes, for sure. He'll be a big part of our success. It is a great story with Darren. When he came here, we did a lot together. We won a couple of championships. The first one was the Jones Cup Championship, where we played a foreign tour and had 8 games in 9 days. And that was great for me to see him in game action. There were a couple of games that year or in that tournament where he had over 20 rebounds. And so Darren has a couple of special abilities for a guard, and now he's gotten bigger and better. He's about 6'5" almost now. He's fitter, stronger, and just improved. And I think he's also playing with a chip on his shoulder after last year did not go for him the way that he wanted it to. And so one of the interesting things is that he and Jurian were roommates when they were both here for their first years. And I think both those guys envisioned winning freshman of the year. Aaron came in second to a really good player, and Barrington Hargress probably was a little salty that he came in second. Jurian didn't really like redshirting that well, but then he ended up winning the freshman of the year. Now we got them both playing together. I think that's a great opportunity for them and for us. Along with Andre Henry, who we've already mentioned, we've got 3 guys who are veterans of this program, who are proven players in this league. So I'm excited about what those possibilities will bring for this team.
Russ, when I heard the interview that Rob just did with Jurian, I was kind of blown away by his maturity, how he handled everything last year. Because that's not easy for a kid. I mean, and I'm sure it took him a long time to get over it. What were those conversations like, or maybe the first conversation like between you and him?
Well, the thing I was first proudest of was the reaction of Jurian's teammates to that miss, both immediately on the court, but then after the game too. I think all of us knew that the game didn't come down to that play or that situation, and that anybody in that situation could have had the same thing happen to them. The reality is we missed a bunch of free throws in that game. We gave up a free throw rebound that led to a 3-point shot. We had all these things that really were things that our team was good at preventing all year that we didn't quite do in that game. So I don't think anybody in our team thought that I don't think anybody in our team had the reaction that so many in the public had. And so that probably really helped Jurian. And I think he's got a great brain and great character. He's certainly got a great family that's supporting him. And I think he got good support from all of us. But you're right, to see his maturity in that video is impressive. I'm really, really proud of him.
You talk to a lot of coaches, and they always say, hey, if we take care of business at home, win our home games, and we win half the road games, we're going to be pretty good. We're going to be in the mix for a conference championship. But I don't even know how you answer this question, but I'm going to ask anyway. You guys were first in the nation with road wins, 14 road wins. My question is, how do you do that? Again, I don't know if you can answer that, but how is it consistently year in and year out? You guys are so great on the road.
Well, yeah, we never won 14 road games. And we did, I think, begin to take some pride after a couple of really good early road wins that we could be special on the road last season. And I think that, we always say our defense and our rebounding should travel. Our character should travel. You can't always expect to make shots on the road. You can't always expect to be at your best with the way that you feel after travel, especially some of the types of travel we had to do. But there is belief in this team that in this program now that we can defend at a high level. We can make things hard for home teams. And that's what we expect to be able to do. we're not going to have as many of those opportunities this year. We lined a lot of our home and home series up last year to start on the road. And those were some of the great wins that elevated us in the net rankings and put us in position for that number one seed in the NIT, or put us in position for what would have been a good seed if we had qualified for the NCAA tournament. This season's schedule will present different types of challenges because we're playing really good teams at home. But I'm excited about the teams that we get to play. Bringing Northern Iowa to the Bren, and bringing Belmont to the Bren, and bringing Cal Baptist to the Bren. Those are all teams that have a chance to win their league. So we're going to play some great mid-major matchups at home this year, and then we're also going to play some tough ones on the road at Utah Valley and UTEP potentially, and some others in a really good mid-major MTE that we're playing. So we're excited for the opportunities that we have.
All right, real quick before we let you go, I got to show some pictures of you when you were in Cameroon. You were in Cameroon recruiting a freshman. Yeah. Hopefully, I won't screw up his name too much. Ness Emakiki. And what a picture of you! Give me the highlight of this. Give me the highlight of this trip. What was this like?
Well, yeah, this was great. Ali and I, that's my assistant, Ali Ton. Ali and I took Ali because Mike Wilder left my staff. Mike had been recruiting Ness. We wanted to go over there and make some time with Ness's family and show commitment to him. I did not realize in planning for that trip that his dad would take the opportunity to celebrate our coming there the way that he did. Ali and I were the first Americans in 20 years to visit that village. And you can see that reflected in the way that they set up for our visit. The picture of us dancing there, they had us dancing with some native dancers, and the chief of the tribe is there in the background leading the dance. I've joked with our fans, and you guys don't have to address me by my royal title, but I was given a royal title while I was there. My royal title in this tribe in Cameroon is Grand Notable. But Jeff, you're always welcome to call me Your Highness.
All right, there you have it. Grand Notable Turner.
Grand Notable.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us here on the Big West Media Day. We appreciate it. That's an unbelievable story. Really cool picture.
It was an unbelievable experience, man. I mean, it was really, really cool. And the people of Cameroon are pulling for UC Irvine now.
That's awesome.
And I'm a big fan of that place.
Very cool. Well, listen, good luck this season. Do what you do, which is always have your team win a ton of games, prepare them. They're tough. They're disciplined, all of that. So, Russ, appreciate it, man, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time with me today.